Rome, 1559. The most powerful institution on earth had just made a list. 550 authors. Thousands of books. One decree: burn them, hide them, or answer to God. The index had arrived. His name was Gian Pietro Carafa, born 1476 into Neapolitan nobility. Became Pope Paul IV at 78 years old. He was, by every account, one of the most terrifying men ever to sit on the papal throne. He attacked visitors who displeased him. He wept with rage when his orders were not followed. He was convinced, absolutely convinced, that he alone understood what God required. Under Paul IV, the Roman Inquisition became what contemporaries called a reign of terror. Neighbors denounced neighbors. Scholars burned their own letters. Printers wrote false names on title pages. Rome was afraid. In 1559, the Congregation of the Inquisition produced the Index Librorum Prohibitorum, the index of forbidden books. 550 authors, every word they had ever written. Banned, not just individual dangerous titles, but the complete works of every condemned mind. Desiderius Erasmus, the greatest scholar of the Northern Renaissance. Nicole, Machiavelli, De Prince, Rabelais, and Boccaccio. 547 others. The philosophical principle was simple. If a man's soul was corrupt, every word he had ever written was corrupt. Enforcement was methodical. Inquisitors cut pages from books with scissors, poured ink over offending passages, confiscated and burned entire inventories. Printers across Italy began disguising themselves. False names, fake cities on title pages. They were not wrong to be afraid. Even within the church, the reaction was shock. Jesuit scholars Canisius and Lainez publicly called it excessive, a stumbling block. Peter Canisius, one of the church's own champions, said it would do more harm than good. Diego Lainez declared that Orthodox Catholics themselves found it impossible to follow. Across Italy, in Venice, Florence, Rome, Naples, the book trade went underground. Publishers printed with fictional addresses. Authors published anonymously. The knowledge did not disappear. It went into hiding. August 18th, 1559. Pope Paul IV died. What happened next tells you everything about how Rome felt about him. The Roman population rioted immediately. His statue was decapitated. The head dragged through the gutters of Rome for 4 days, then thrown into the Tiber. Inquisitioned prisons were broken open. The relief was immediate, visceral, and total. The index went through 32 editions. It was updated, expanded, slightly reduced, expanded again. It listed works on astronomy, anatomy, philosophy, theology, poetry, history, and science. It told the civilization what it was allowed to know. It was finally abolished in 1966, 407 years after Paul IV published the first list. By then, the books had already won.
Thank you for joining us on this journey into the past. If you enjoyed this story, please consider subscribing to Crescent and Her for more tales from history. We look forward to seeing you again.